means two. Ain. But wives in Jannah are not like wives here. And your body there is not like your body here. The body you have here is not real perfect, is it? Here you eat food, and then you got to do what? Huh? I don't have to tell you that one, do I? Little babies figure that one out real quick, don't they? Huh? In the Jannah, you're not going to have that. That's not going to happen there. What you eat there or consume comes out of your body like a vapor or a mist or something like that. But it's not like you have to go to the latrine or something. So if you understand there's a different in concept, it's a different concept in your relation, your physical relation with your mates or wives there. And it's not something low and sneaky and trashy like you see on the news or see in the billboards or on TV. This is not all about, you know, what they do on TV. It's not about that. It's about a real fulfilling love and compassion that you have and enjoy, physically enjoy to the best way. And nobody coming in and doing something and messing it up. To me, Jannah, this is kind of a joke, okay? But I said to me, Jannah, when I go to paradise, is to find out my wife is not going to hand me a list of things to fix when I get home. My idea of paradise is no toolbox. Alhamdulillah.
Can you have a question from the sister section?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can men and women perform salat together at home in Jamaat?
That's pretty easy, sister. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa Allahu alam. Men and women perform salat in Jama'ah all the time. We did it here tonight. It's always that. I don't know whether that's not even a question. Men and women have prayed together since salat was ordered. Because the salah is not for men, it's for Muslims, men and women. And they pray the same way, the same time. The only difference is the lady does not have to pray during her time of the month. But if you mean, can they pray right next to each other, right beside each other, that's not established. The Prophet ﷺ didn't pray that way, but the woman prays behind, and the reason for that, I know a lot of people brought that one up to me. How come in your worship, the men are out front and the women are in the back? I'm going to ask you another question. How come whenever there's any kind of danger that comes forward to you, the men always jump in the front and let the ladies be in the back? How come when we walk down the street, the man walks on the curb side and lets the lady be on the inside? In case a car jumps the road and hits anybody, it hits him and not her. In case somebody's going to hurt somebody, the man is protecting the woman, and that's in the Quran, in Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 34. The men and the women, the men are the protectors and maintainers of the women. Okay? So this is a protection, and the other thing is, the man is not distracted. Not distracted. Men are easily distracted by women. Whereas women, they got their act together, okay? They're much more cool than we are. Really. If you don't believe me, just ask one. They'll tell you real quick. My wife tells me that all the time. But for sure, it's not about one being better than the other. It's a courtesy, again, for the lady to have her dignity, to be able to bend down and go to the floor and so on without people observing that. So it's kind of like common sense, but yes, it is normal that men and women pray together. Sometimes they'll ask you, can a woman lead in the prayer? And they do it all the time. Women lead the prayer. When there's no man available, because the man has to be the most out front, then there are women who lead the prayer. It's normal. So I don't know if that answers the question or not, but I hope I didn't blow it. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. This is regarding secularism and democracy. I would like to ask the Sheikh, there are two types of secularism. In India, secularism means each religion having its personal law. But in France, it's something like secularism means no religion at all. So what do we do in such situations? Like the rule in France where girls are not allowed to wear headscarves. Is that right? As in, is that what is called secularism, or the one in India where each religion has its personal law? So, and what do we do in such situations? What does a Muslim do in such situations?
I just want to say one thing about this, because when you talk about what happened in France, I saw some, I don't know, Sheikh, if you saw this in the newspaper, there was something in the newspaper, it was saying that a young Muslim girl, about 15 years old, they would not allow her to enter the school. She refused to take off the hijab. And she kept going to the school, and they said, we're going to get court orders, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And they finally did whatever they need to do and make the parents in trouble, everything. She refused to remove it. She said, I want to cover up my hair. Why do I have to take my clothes off? What did I do wrong? I want to cover up my hair. The girl became adamant about it. She went and she asked somebody with knowledge there in France, and they said, well, if you have to take it off, you still get the education because you need education. That's what he told them. She said, so I have to go to school? Yep. So know what she did? It came out in the newspaper. She showed up the next day at school with no hijab and no hair. She shaved all of the hair off of her head. She said, you're not going to see my hair. I cut it all off. And it was in the newspaper all over the world. She said her mother didn't care. She said, oh, that's what it takes to get you to go to school. I don't care. She said, and I'm never going to let you see my hair. I'm never going to grow it until I can put my hijab back on. 15 years old. I'm not telling the ladies to do that. I'm just saying, look at the dedication of a little girl all on her own in a place like that. And when you talk about a free society, how is it free if I can't dress the way I want to dress? I didn't ask you if I can undress. You're forcing me to remove my clothes. And you call me barbaric just because you want to see me naked. Huh? Who's barbaric? Alhamdulillah.